with these questions is I try to give you what I find to be the most challenging ones. So you'll notice in these, this is going to be the most involved, the most amount of work. When you start doing the link, the first couple won't be like this. It'll be just like, here's the side length, and then use the formula to plug in. Those are pretty straightforward, so I try to avoid those if I can. So this first question gives us a cube, and it wants us to find the surface area. Do you guys remember how to find the surface area from your days in geometry? That would be volume, right? So that's like how much like water the shape can hold. It is, and because if you look, this is a cube. Do you know how many faces it has? Very good. So this has 6 faces. So the way you want to try to find this is find the area of one face, right? And if I find the area of one face, since a cube, all of the lengths are the same, you can just take that and multiply it by 6. Okay? So the formula that I've always used for the surface area for a cube is 6 times your side squared. So if you kind of hold up your hand to block out the 6, that s squared is going to give you the area for one face. And then because there are 6 faces, we multiply it by 6. Is the side length. You can use whatever letter you want. In this letter, or this figure, Miriam, they're using letter V. So whatever letter you want. I use S for side length. So hopefully you guys, if you don't remember it, but hopefully you did do this when you guys were in geometry. Okay? So this question is different. All right, does it give you the side length? No, right? In this case, we're going to solve for the side length. What I'm saying is when you start this link, it's probably going to say the side length is 5. What's the surface area? So you just plug it right into that formula. Okay? So in this problem, they're telling us the surface area is 194.94 square meters. So I'm going to replace this with 194.94 square meters. All right? And then if you want, because Miriam noticed that the letters are V and I use yes or S, I'm going to change it to V squared. And now it's going to be just solving for the V. So I'm going to move the 6 over. So divide by 6. And what I would tell you guys is when you're using your calculator to do this, don't round until you're done, like at the very end. Okay? So in this case, could somebody do 194.94 divided by 6? What is it? 32.49. Is it stop there? Or does it keep going? It stops there. Oh, look at that. If it had kept going, make sure you don't round it, right? Keep going if it goes in more digits. All right, so this is equal to the length of that V squared. So to get rid of that square, what do I need to do to both sides? Not divide it, not multiply it. Do you remember the inverse operation for something that's squared? The square root. Is that Miriam? Yeah. Well done. What is the square root of 32.49? Uh-oh, Emmanuel, his face said he didn't get it. Did somebody else get it? 5.7. I'm hearing 5.7. Can you confirm? Yes, 5. Is there a number after the 7, Jasmine, or is it just 5.7? Love it. And then don't forget, we do have units here. What was our unit of measurement? Meters. Thank you, Natalia. Good job. All right, so this is the first one. Any questions on number 1? You good? All right, I'm going to go number 2. Number 2 is going to be a little bit tougher because we're using the surface area of a cylinder. Very good. So I'm actually going to give you this formula so we can write it down right now. So the surface area of the cylinder, I'll zoom in for you. Do you see this one here at the bottom left, or I guess middle left now? So I'm going to do 2 pi r. So 2 pi r. So this is surface area of a cylinder is 2 pi r times the height plus the radius. All right, so this is the surface area, how to find the surface area of a cylinder. and we are asked to find the height. And just like number 1, this is a more complicated problem because when you start doing the link, it's going to give you the radius, it's going to give you the height, and then you're just going to plug into this formula to find the surface area. Yes, go ahead.
I forgot it yesterday. Yeah. Radius is the middle to the outside, right? And diameter is the full thing?
Absolutely. So do you see this 0.8 here? See, that's going from the center to the edge of the circle. This is the radius. If it had given you like all the way across, that would be the diameter. Yes, very good. That's why we do the pretest, right? So your brain can see what you're going to need on the TSI. Okay, so yes, in this case, it's the radius. So to go with Miriam's thought, which is a great thought, what if they had given me the diameter in the figure? What do I need to do to that diameter if they give it to me? Divided by 2. I need to cut it in half to use that for my radius. Okay, so just be aware if they give you the whole way across, don't use that number. You need to use half of that number for the radius. Okay? Okay, so they're telling me that the surface area is 12.0576 square feet. Now, 2 and pi are just numbers, right? Pi, it says we're going to use approximately 3.14. So this is one of those things where IXL is actually asking you to be less precise, right? They're actually, on these calculators, there is a way to type in the symbol pi. But when you're doing this link, use 3.14. Even though, hopefully we know, even though that means it's less accurate. Yes, that's all. Yeah, you're good. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, that's FT. My bad. All right, the radius is 0.8 feet times the height plus 0.8 feet. So do you see these 3 numbers in front? You guys see these 3 numbers that are in front of those other parentheses? Yeah. I'm going to move those over with division to start. So I'm going to divide both sides by 2 and pi and 0.8. So that's going to leave me with just h plus 0.8 on the right side. All right, I know Emmanuel's going to do it. Can someone else also, to confirm, Emmanuel, do 12.0576 divided by 2. And then remember, what am I typing in for pi? 3.14. So make sure you type in 3.14. You know, I'll do it as well. That way, that was a little trick. You can use the fraction button, the N over D. 12.0576 times 2 0.8. Okay, I got 2.4. Yeah, let's get that.
Wait, 2.4.
When I did this left side.
Oh, I got it right. I thought you said 2.1.
No, you got 2.4? Yeah. Whatever, Joe. So I got 2.4 on the left side. So this is almost done, but how do I solve for that letter H? Wait, it does say add, so what's the inverse operation of that addition? Subtraction. So I'm going to subtract 0.8 from both sides. So my height equals 1.6 feet. And that's it for number 2. I think the most common mistake that I'm going to see when you guys practice is you're going to forget to use 3.14. So you're going to use pi since it has pi on your calculator. You're going to type in the answer into IXL. It's going to say it's wrong, even though your answer is actually more right. Okay, so just don't forget to use 3.14 for the approximation for pi. Okay, I'm going to stop. I'm going to let you guys take